Top 5 finishes this season with the Outlaws. Currently finds himself in the number 5 spot overall in the points. Now, I take that back. He is tied for the number 4 spot right now with the Tator Wagon. This is Randy Johnson, Grizzly. Randy Johnson, the Grizzly Chevrolet out of Winterset, Iowa. If you looked where he spotted the sled, he was over here on the far left side. You see these guys going out here before their class, and they'll poke and prod at that track, trying to find the spot that has the best traction, trying to choose the line they're going to take. Now, first puller in each class has the option if they want to keep the pull or not. Looks like we got the thumbs up from the 300-foot flagman. Randy going to keep that pass. Toby Vanderpool taking a shot there at Randy Johnson in the Grizzly at his mark of 324.53. These pro stock pickups, 485 cubic inch, maximum cubic inch. 33 by 12.5 inch DOT stamped tires, just like the tires on your pickup you drove here this afternoon. Single carburetor, racing gasoline only. No turbos or superchargers on these trucks. Best hook of the season was at Rock Valley, Iowa, where he got a third-place hook up there in a tough class of pro stock four-wheel drive pickups. He comes all the way out of Biloxi, Texas, to compete here in Wisner, Nebraska, against the best of the best in the pro stock four-wheel drive class. Got to beat 324.53. Hammertime. He could literally almost reach out and touch that checkered flag, which is the leader mark set by Randy Johnson. The Grizzly Chevrolet going to hang on to the lead right now. He's got to get the buckboard, the furthest front part of that sled, past that leader mark to take over the lead. Did anybody bring marshmallows? That makes me think I need some s'mores right now. That right there is the arch enemy of a four-wheel drive pulling truck, is bounce. He was trying to slip the clutch and get out there and get the sled moving before he laid the wood to that big Ford motor. But he felt it bouncing, didn't feel like it was going to come out. He didn't get it past the 100-foot mark. We'll back him up, give him one more shot. Every puller has that option. As long as they don't get out and past the 100-foot mark, we'll give him one more shot. Now, this pro stock four-wheel drive division, the sheet metal and engine must match as well. That's another rule in this class, so. A little less wear on the clutch on that whole shot there with that Ford pickup as he got into the throttle pretty quick and didn't ease out there on the clutch. He looks like he's going to come up short.
Next up, going to be Blake Ott with the frequent flyer out of Norfolk. Now, he took the win out of Weep.
He's only 3 points out of the number 2 spot, right behind the troublemaker. Where's all my Dodge fans at? Matt Strange out of New Virginia, Iowa, and the Power Wagon. It looks like he was knocking on the door. Not sure if he got past him or not. He's trying to beat the mark set by the number one hook in the class, which was Randy Johnson with the Grizzly.
Well, next up, folks, going to be Tyler Meyer with the Blue Thunder out of Hooper. He also runs an Allison. Now, Big Brother sets number 2 right now with the retired Warfare at this point. Ott sets with the also a Allison at 342.92, leads it right now.
Wins so far this season in Marthasville, Missouri. 10 top 5 finishes. The Troublemaker. Right side of the track. I don't know, he looks like he got up there pretty close there. He's knocking on the door. But he was hugging that center line, I'll tell you that.
Okay, real quick. We have a debit card that was lost over at the East Gate or found at the East Gate. So Lex Swanson, we have your debit card. Here we go.
Out of Amherst, Nebraska, Brian Rumbeck, the Twister Chevrolet. Oh, that old sled gets heavy when that box tops out, I tell you. He was trying to beat the mark set by Randy Johnson, the old Grizzly Chevy, still in the lead at 324.53. Brian Rumbeck going to come up short. Eric Falk looks like he's going to come up short with a Nantucket sleigh ride out of Springfield. This truck currently leading the points with the Nebraska Bush Pullers. Got a lot of wins with the Nebraska Bush group here in 2018. Points champion from last season with Nebraska Bush. But a few weeks back, up in Central City, Nebraska, he was turning that thing 10,200 is what the recall on the tack said. Broke a few valve springs, he said. No big deal. That's asking a lot of a valve spring.
And 92. 300 feet, 92.
Jeremy Stevens is going to come up short of that distance needed to take over the number 1 spot. That mark set by Randy Johnson. He was the first hook in the class, still holding up here as we're about halfway through this Pro Stock 4-wheel drive division.
The
$296.27 feet, 296.27 for Jeremy Stevens and the Irritator.
Do you know the story on this dude?
I do not.
He lost the frame. The frame just totally deteriorated on this truck this year. Went over to Wisconsin. They put a new frame in it. This got a brand new frame. He went ripping out of Wisconsin yesterday to get here. First pass on a new frame on this truck. Man's out of Texas.
Well, I would say that's a pretty successful test of the new frame there.
Yeah, he was having trouble the last couple pulls. He couldn't even get the truck off the line. Could not get the truck off the line. Next up, folks, this guy doesn't run with us all the time, but I've known this man for probably 25, 30 years. Keith Keyshaw with the Died Hard Deer out of Ravenna, Nebraska. He's one of the guys that helped put on that two-day event that we do in the middle of June out there.
With the rat trap, Marty Selman out of the Show Me State, Garden City, Missouri. Oh, gone it. Now the rule is if they get...
Well, folks, I just make sure Brad Lundell, Johnny Be Good, dropped his first hook. He comes in behind Cole Shackelford with the Up in Smoke, which he has dropped clear to the bottom. So here we go, second attempt with the man out of Chiron, Iowa. Well, I guess we're going over the trucks first.
Not going to get there. Couldn't get a hold of the track to get beyond that mark set by the Grizzly Chevrolet. On all five. Has to beat 324.53. Keith Hammonds Jr. Bipolar. Now, Randy Johnson with the Grizzly, I'm sure he was close by watching because he knows Keith Hammonds ain't playing around with the bipolar Chevy, and he was coming after him, but it looks like he's going to come up short. And Randy dodged a bullet right there. We'll get that distance for you here in just a moment, but it looks to be short from where I'm standing. Not going to get there. Track not there for him. Can't get a hold of it. And get beyond that leader mark, Larry Hollis.
Okay, folks, we're running the Light Limited Pro and the Super Farms this afternoon. Major sponsor is going to be the Precision Turbo folks. They run the 3.35 both in.
Shackelford out of Warrensburg. Ford people, help him out. Holden Strong. The Holden Strong Ford going to come up short. Now we'll see these Pro Stock 4-wheel drives back here at the evening session tonight. Track might be a little bit different. I think maybe the track went away a little bit here. It's drying out maybe a little bit. This is his buddy, DJ Lures. Going to try to take the win. Got to beat 324.53. not going to get there. Randy Johnson going to take his first victory of 2018. We'll get that official distance here in just a moment. But the Grizzly's been lurking. He's been lurking. He got a second place last week. Going to get a first place here this afternoon. So we'll get that rundown here in just a moment, all those official distances. Give DJ Lures a round of applause, filling in for Dave Walters. So we'll give you the rundown of the Pro Stock 4-wheel drive division here. Randy Johnson out of Winterset, Iowa. The Grizzly Chevrolet goes number 1. The Power Wagon, Matt Strange, the Mopar out of New Virginia, Iowa, comes in the number 2 spot. The Troublemaker Chevrolet comes in 3rd. Brett Stamps out of New Market, Iowa. In the number 4 spot, the Nantucket Sleigh Ride, Eric Falk out of Springfield, Nebraska. The number 5 spot goes to current points leader Keith Hammonds out of Green City, Missouri with a bipolar Chevy. The Hammertime Chevrolet of Paul Tyus out of Texas goes number 6. The number 7 spot goes to Paul Tyus as well with the Sledgehammer. The number 8 spot goes to Jeff Carter with Determination. The number 9 spot goes to Larry Hollis, the Footloose Ford. And rounding out the top 10, DJ Lures filling in for Dave Walters with the Tator Wagon. Folks, give a round of applause to your Pro Stock 4-wheel drive pickups.